Alright. So, hello everybody. Welcome to my program. I'm gonna be doing a little bit of leveling today of my white mage. Oh, nice. So, anyway, I was gonna talk about some interesting things that happened. And aside from the fact I'm avoiding the whole Chris Chan thing, I'm going to discuss a few things, and yes, I'm also avoiding the things that I've noticed with people talking about a certain individual, just fake creep show, and we'll just leave it at that. I'm not going to go any further than that, and I'm going to talk about a few funny things that happened to me back when I was in college, or actually back when I actually moved here to my current home. Back in 2011, I moved in with a longtime friend, and well, what happened actually was pretty comical. From a distance, I actually look like I am a teenager. I will not lie, I do look like a teenager. I am in my 30s, and I still look like a teenager. I am not gonna discriminate on that because it's kind of... But what happened next, to this day, I still don't understand what happened, because, I was on a bus line. My home was on a bus line at night. I mean, I can actually make it to my job. So I had just started I was at Walmart that I was working at in the returns department. So anyway, what happened was, the new person, our new neighbor, did not know me very well and had overheard my fiance call me Little Girl, which is a nickname he had started using on me, not as a bit against me, more of a, oh, well, she's small, that's just the way her height is. And of course, my neighbor, as well, just thought, oh, she's a minor, blah, blah, blah. So she thought I was somehow related to somebody in the house, and I was good. So my fiance told me enough to shut up one day, and of course, they confirmed there were no kids. And of course, that the person overreacted. Again, that was a long time ago, I guess. Fast forward to a new neighbor who had just moved in. This was now 2013, 2014, and CPS gets called. I'm home, and this guy in a business suit shows up and asks me if there's any kids here, or if there's a trouble teenager. Of course, I confirmed there were no kids in my apartment, in my townhome. There's no way. No. And of course, my roommate was asleep, so that ate me, and my fiance was working at the time at a Chinese place doing delivery. So yeah, this guy took my word for it and confirmed to the neighbor that I was indeed an adult. From a distance, I don't look like an adult. of years, same thing happens. Totally new neighbors, totally new people. They have no clue who I am. And of course they call. Yes. Fortunately, I was home. Okay. So back when I was a teenager, I went to school with this guy, and he told me, I tell the teenager what's going on, and of course, the CPS guy looks at me and says, "Oh, well, Lance does the most confirming thing I had ever done. He had taken my ID, which I gave him to do, because I knew this guy. He walks up to the lady and says, and I hear him, I went to high school with this girl. She is about as short as she was back when I was in high school. Are you kidding?" He told her the same about how short I was back in high school. Again, this is a guy I knew back in high school who at first I thought was a bully. He actually saved my neck. Because he had to explain to this lady I am not a pregnant child. And of course, the lady still didn't apologize and told her husband that I lied about my age. Well, truth be told, I am 41 years old, which should say something about my being a child. I am an old school ffxiv Final Fantasy VII player. So after the whole incident happened, my mom got wind of the story and kind of laughed her ass off. I again, my size is very short, and it sucks that I'm that short, and people still think, oh my god, you're short, blah blah blah. I'm like, I'm short, I'm not stupid. People think being short being the brunt of the short jokes is not entirely too funny because, as you can see, that was what happened when someone finds out I'm short and I end up being the brunt of the fact that I have a neighbor who can't seem to, not mind her own dang business. And the story, is on Reddit. I may have, mixed up a few key points of the story because, again, this is between two different neighbors that I've had, and one of my encounters with one of my neighbors was never a good one because one of her sons ended up with a sexual assault stacked against him. So yeah, that's another story for another time. I also have another neighbor that I don't know much about him, other than the fact that his family is a little on the marginal side. So don't ask me. I went to high school with a bunch of people back in high school that my friend will tell stories where I actually went to a dance, and one of my friends who had just come out as gay actually, back in the 1990s, this was kind of a sad thing because of a bullying situation, but unfortunately, he ended up breaking his ankle while doing a particular dance called the Macarena, and one of the girls was convinced that he was tripped, and that might have explained what happened, but it didn't. He ended up going and getting customers on his ankle, and his dad was not too happy about it. And again, his dad did not like the fact he had his son, so it kinda pretty much turned him against his son pretty badly. So back in high school, I was friends with a girl who turned out to also be gay, and she was called, she was actually classified by one of the high school guys that she was a prostitute, which actually turned out to be untrue. And it's just like one of those nasty rumors that your friends tell just to secrets. And that in itself turned into a nasty situation. The friend of mine who works for CPS remembered that, and he actually backed up most of the way through high school because he didn't think it was fair that my friend got treated like that by her own family. This is not a fair fight some days. This is definitely not a fair fight. And I have all the right here, that's so sad. I was friends with in high school. His parents lived with his grandparents due to a automobile accident that his parents were involved in. His family life was never really very stable. He actually viewed my family life as a lot more stable, and he liked coming over to my house all the time. I didn't really see much problem with that one. He was actually pretty cool. His grandmother absolutely loved the fact that my sister and I did not treat him like he was a bad person. We treated him pretty nicely. His father, on the other hand, his biological father, when he was alive, was a truck driver. His mother was a delivery driver for something. And his aunt was he told me he went to stay with his aunt for a summer, and he absolutely hated it because his uncle was not exactly Mr. Attentive. I remember that because, when he got back that summer, he wanted to hang out with my sister and I at our house in hopes to play the Super Nintendo version of Star Fox. So you can imagine how kind of cool he was. His father had been big on accident. He had just entered 6th grade, so when I moved in around 6th grade, my friend decided to start staying over at my house because it was a close fitting hatchet to family life. He literally thought we were like and he called me his best friend, which to me was actually pretty cool because I never had a best friend before. And when I was a kid, I didn't really like being called a best friend, and I didn't know if he really was my best friend. His family was really happy to have my sister and I around, and I personally enjoy singing with him. And if he ever finds these videos, he probably will say, "Oh, I know who she's talking about." Because, yeah, being best friends with a girl who treated you like you actually mattered was actually cool, considering I tried to stay away from those things. But yeah, that happened. Other high school shenanigans back when I was a teenager. We had a friend who actually ended up getting arrested multiple times for being in the wrong place at the wrong time. He was this kid who, his name was actually, I think his name was Brian. He was really funny. But yeah, it was a pretty. This was a short run because apparently we're not a good match on this one. So anyway, back when I was in high school, there was another kid in my school that a lot of people didn't really trust. In fact, I think it was kind of funny at first because people realized later on that the person that they didn't trust turned out to be like the best person you could talk to about certain things, i.e. That's a melder. I don't need a melder. I need a repair person. And that means I have to go to the other one. But yeah, after a while, my high school friends actually started to realize that the way I was being treated back when I was in high school was pretty crappy. So one day, there was this girl who used to treat me like shit. Treat me like, well, you know, crap. Her answer to the problem turned out to be the best answer ever, and it had nothing to do with bullying me or anything. There was this kid who actually didn't like me, and one day she got it in her head that if this person didn't like me, then there was something wrong with this person, and that she wanted to figure out what it was. So one day she decided to confront this person about me, and it turned into this very funny conversation between her and this person. And she said, well, one, I may not like her, referring to me, but I'm not gonna treat her like crap because you feel uncomfortable with the fact that she might actually do something you can't do. And of course, her saying that got her in trouble with some of her friends, but she said it's worth it to not be treated like crap, and that people who treated me like crap are the ones who have the real problem, not me. And she literally told a girl that if she wanted to be friends with me, that was her decision, not anyone else's. So I was very thankful to her, but she also said that if people are going to treat me like crap and treat others like crap, she had the right to call it out for what it is. Another round. Okay. for this. I will do some crafting for a little bit. Okay, copy of World Apart. Okay. That's inflation for you, pals. That is inflation. This is what happens when you have a free market. LOL, that's not true. This is just a marketplace on FF14, okay? Don't say anything bad about FF14. It's still better than playing WoW. Because of what happened with WoW. Just an FYI, I do not have anything against anyone who still plays WoW. I was just gonna mention, if anyone is new to FF14, if you are ever in need of equipment when you are a first-time runner, I will not chase you away. I will tell you that now, because I have seen people chase away WoW refugees. If you are a WoW refugee, you can look me up. You can talk to me. I'm sorry if people are jerks, because you know what? I am not one of those people. I do not believe in bullying, because I've been bullied, and it isn't funny. It isn't cool. It is freaking stupid, and people who do it get on my ire all the time. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. So there's some things I can't build. Bloody knives. Potent sleeping potion. Potent sleeping potion. I know how to make that. And I am out of what I need. So, yeah. I guess I will have to put a rest to that for now. But, yes. I will mention I have had friends who have been bullied on games, consoles for years, and I will tell you, I do not like people who bully, mostly because I've been in there and I have had it done to me. So if you are ever one of those poor souls who end up being bullied, guess what? I will come to your aid. I do not believe in hurting others for the sheer sake of the fact that people are dicks. And just because you're new at a game doesn't, we have all been newbies at one point or another, so I just think that's silly. By the way, yes, I have been bullied before by a girl in my class when I was a teenager, so you can guess my reaction to bullies. And most of them have always been, you want to bully somebody, pick on somebody your own damn size. And my mother has seen me get really irritated with bullies. Because I have called people out for lesser, dumber things. Well, okay, I have called people out for stupider things, okay? I have seen people do things that I wonder how the hell their brain actually still functions after spending years looking at them and going to college and going, you can't be that stupid. Never mind. Yes, you can. And the word bless your soul comes to mind. And my favorite comment, it has always been, and breathing isn't a voluntary thing. Because some people are dumb, and they think that because you've been in special ed, you must be I literally have seen people do that to me. Okay, 19, okay. I do need to check to see if she has what I'm looking for. Why am I making stuff to sell? It's so that I can make money and keep up with the demands that Oh, right, I need the electron ingot, so I need to go. I need my armorer. So, at one time when I was in college, I can tell this story because it's still a ongoing issue with certain people I've known, and the fact is the guy to this day has never apologized fully to the people that he has affectedly, and stupidly did damage to. There was a guy in my college dorm, and I will effectively call him stupid because Mr. Stupid decided 3 a.m. would be an excellent time to play with an airsoft in one of the hallways and effectively get himself flood the third, second, and first floors of the dorm in the north hallway, which originally if I had lived at that dorm I should have just stayed in the fricking I really wish I could have just stayed in the dorm room that I absolutely loved, which was at the top of a yeah. You can guess what had happened. He basically yes. Mr. Stupid actually played with an airsoft in that hallway. Accidentally shot a sprinkler head, and the sprinkler head went off and drowned half of his neighbor's stuff. What sucks is the girl that it affected on that floor had worked on a final project, and she is a friend of mine who effectively ended up failing one of her classes because Stupid did this. And Mr. Stupid keeps saying he apologized. He never apologized. In fact, even when he posted the letter of apology, we never felt it was very heartfelt. He felt pressured by the dorm to apologize to us for his apparent, he basically wrecked one of my friend's projects, had effectively ruined the project she had spent months, if not a year on, which should have been closely the fact that this guy, quite frankly, should have apologized, but never did. And I, to this day, have no respect for him or his family, who, quite frankly, treated the situation like it never happened. It did. And you ruined a project that took her a year to work on for an art school that is damn near impossible to get in the first place. And of course, the dorm could not hold him accountable, and I understood that they really wanted to kick him out because of what he did. It was destructive. It was, what was the term that my dorm mates used? Callous. He effectively, he effectively wrecked his friend's lives. And of course the dorm themselves couldn't do anything. They couldn't hold this poor kid accountable because, of course, what can you do when you are you're only supposed to hold you're only supposed to house these kids. You're not supposed to actually engage in trying to get them to actually see a sense of morality. Now, living in a dorm does not necessarily mean these kids were bad kids. Many of these kids lived very... one of the kids I knew that lived in my dorm actually lived in... actually did not live in the state of Colorado. His family actually lived in New York. His family basically convinced him to take whatever university he could stay in just so he could go to school. He did not understand how massively stupid it really got in my college. Again, he actually went to I think the University of I don't even know what university he went to. Oh my gosh, that was so long ago. I think he went to DU. I don't remember. He went to Denver University. His family was really, So, when I went to my dorm, again, my parents did not really fully understand what was going on. My mom actually did not learn of the situation until after I told her when I moved out what happened and why I wanted to move out so badly. She basically said okay, and when I told her what happened and how irresponsibly run the dorm really was, she went, okay, we're going to stop this conversation and not talk about it ever again. My mother, to this day, when talking about my dorm, had nothing but nice things to say about it, but unfortunately, she also realized that talking about a situation where a teenage guy who could not be any more mature than, say, a third grader on anything should never have been in the dorm in the first place. My dorm did not have any real high crime. The only thing that had happened prior to me moving out is a girl across the hall from me passed away from a drug overdose, and this was a girl I actually was friends with. I was actually really nice to this girl, and it affected me to the point where I had to make friends with the people that lived with me. If I did not know the person, I made it my business to know who that person was and what they did. But honestly, that was not because I was nosy or I was being an insincere person. I literally could not, for the life of me, handle the fact that someone died in my dorm because she was a minor, and she died on the most awful situation. She OD'd. So yeah, I'm not gonna judge somebody based on that. When we did put forth the effort to try and be her friend. And when I would say, my friends and I did not really grasp the situation as well as we should have. If anyone has ever gone through that and has seen that kind of mentality in a dorm setting, it is disturbing how many people will ignore a cry for help. By the way, if you like the content that I do and you want more stories, more interesting than this, and you want to talk live with me, be my guest. I have nothing to hide. I am not a big channel. I don't do a lot of drama stuff. I do story stuff while playing Final Fantasy XIV, and some of it's actually pretty entertaining, considering how much stuff I've gone through in my life that I do not wish on others. And I think the one that actually pertains a lot to me is when you have friends who say they're your friends and then they turn out to be fake friends. And sorry, I have soda. I drink soda. I don't drink alcohol, although I have had friends who have invited me out many times to go drinking. I don't like spending money on alcohol. And when people ask me to go out to bars, I am most often the person who is the sober one, who keeps trying to keep my friends from doing stuff that I don't really think should be done normally, because I've been to college and I've seen stupid, and I've seen stupid as Steve does, because I went to college and I've seen stupider. I went to college with a bunch of guys who got their entertainment, believe it or not, from watching I will tell this story because it's actually fucked up, but you're gonna get a kick out of it. I had a friend of mine who went to college with me, and his name was, believe it or not, his name was Peter, and he got into some trouble. His aunt had to get him out of it because I'm really sorry, he is a dumbass, and I went to college with him, and his aunt is one of those people who I swear should never be allowed to, I don't know, do shit for people, because one, her nephew is full of shit, and I don't know how else to describe this person because of her gullibility. His aunt would give him an allowance for, I don't know what the hell was her deal. She just gave him money, and every single time he did something and I think he shouldn't have done it, his aunt would reward him for certain things. And one of the dumbest things I have ever seen him do is back when I was in college, and he tried to tell me that he could, if he really wanted to, he could do a lot of stuff that he should do, but he doesn't. And I really told him I did not feel comfortable working with him anymore, and of course he got mad at me because I abandoned him as a friend, and his friendship to me was not exactly important at that time, but what he had done actually pretty much solidified the fact that he couldn't be trusted to even watch a toddler. I mean, he could not be trusted to watch his own cousin. That is the sum of his stupidity. And when he got asked why I did not trust him, it says it very well what he is and what he does. That pisses everybody off, including myself, including the fact that I went to college with him, and yeah. His father once asked me, why are you friends with my son? He is a dipshit. And I, for the life of me, have never been able to answer that question. Because, of course, his son is a dipshit, and I went to college with him. And I don't know why I still talk to him, because he has made no attempt to fix his fucking life. And I am not kidding, he has never fixed it. He has always asked for help. He asked me for money once, and I just looked at him like, why are you asking me for money? Oh, yeah. Because your parents don't trust you with money. And I never give him money. Because I know what he's gonna do with it. I've known for years that he is not to be trusted. And every person I have ever talked to in the Colorado anime community has never, ever understood why I have told them to stop trusting him. Because just because you're popular doesn't mean frickin' have if you cannot be smart enough to not. If you're not smart enough to realize how screwed up his life is. His aunt once told me that the only reason she gives him money is to keep him out of her house. And that is pretty sad if you actually look at what he does. His aunt is a very nice lady. I feel bad that she has had to resort to giving him money when he can't even be trusted to take care of himself. So that, in closing, was my experience with him and his family. And some of his family is really, really super nice. Now, I don't say this in the meanest sense when you actually talk to his dad and his mother. She has started showing signs of dementia, so I don't think she actually knows how to respond to her son asking for fucking money when he should have a job and do things himself. But again, he is not mentally disabled. He is just a freaking dipshit who does not want to work. And I honestly have known him since high school, and he's always been like that. While I don't talk crap about him that much, I do know that his brother, Aaron, not his real name, has told people not to help him. That he is doing this to get money, and he does not want him to take advantage of other people. Now, when I was dealing with the drama with my stalker, which, by the way, we had to handle that legally, and I mean, that was basically me going to an actual cop and saying, hey, I am having this problem. Now, the person in general that has talked to me over years about this individual, I have told them for years that there is just no curing stupid, and trust me, curing stupid is virtually impossible without actually being physically involved in a situation where you could actually be liable to, the situation with the guy I dealt with, his problems stem from much more than just the fact that a girl like me rejected him. Why I rejected him, and this is something that has actually pissed off a lot of people in my community, and it has absolutely nothing to do with the community in general, because let me tell you why I rejected. At the time he asked me out, he was a minor. Now, before people judge, before you get upset, before you tell me, oh my gosh, I can't believe you didn't go to the police about this, blah blah, I actually did. And I got told if he does not physically try to harm me, there's nothing I can do about it. Which is fucking bullshit. When we filed the emergency restraining order, it took 24 hours to find him. By that time he had been let out, to the general public. And by the way, to the cop who helped us, thank you. But in all sense, you cannot predict what happens after that kind of situation. You cannot go out and say, oh, FYI, blah 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 this. No, that's not how it works. That never works. You can't put a warning out that I did this to him. What happened was, apparently the people in my community of nerds told me I overreacted, that I mistreated him, that I was a bad person for actually having to do that. But the thing is, it happened, and it happened for a reason. But the problem did not go away because he's still out there. He could still try to intimidate me by going into, say, a store I'm in, and I'd have to either, one, be the one to leave if he's there first. And that is the big problem that my husband and I had to discuss. We still are discussing it, but it isn't as bad as, say, when he threatened me with, the guy threatened me with libel, which, by the way, he can't do because, one, he's homeless, and two, he has to prove that I actually plagiarized him, which I didn't. I never have. And people who think I did plagiarize him, good luck proving that one, because that never happened. And I never plagiarize people. That is like my biggest no-no. I used to write fantasy and science. I used to write fan fiction, and I never did that to people, because that is like the biggest no-no to sci-fi fans ever. Don't ever plagiarize your friends, because that is fucking ridiculous. My family has also found out that this kid had done that to me. My mom really wanted me to sue this kid for libel, for the fact that he accused me of plagiarism, which, FYI, I don't really plagiarize people, and I don't really understand why anyone would ever do that to another human being for whatever reason, because it isn't worth it, and it is a waste of time to plagiarize another person. So, yeah. I never understood the whole plagiarism issue. I have never understood why people accused me of it. And also, FYI, why would I do that? Plagiarism is bad. It is awful. I have had it done. It is so bad that I would rather go and never write another book ever again. By the way, if you want to know how badly I take plagiarism seriously, just know that I got the wrong crystals? Damn it, I did it again. Water, not... Oh. Jeez, that filled up fast. Holy cow. There. If you're asking what I'm doing, I'm actually selling off stuff that I make for very, very cheap. So that way I can make more. There we go. Now I can get my reputation up by going over to Lord. Oh god, that was stupid of me. Huh, potions, huh? You want some potions. I can get you potions. And items. Okay. Alright, those are like the first thing you ever learn how to do is to make potions and eye drops. And I need yellow ginseng. And mistletoe. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back to my guild and get that. As like I would have those normally in my current as advanced as I am. And look, one of my fellow friends is also online. Alright. I should have invited him. We should have had our discussion online. Oh well. We're on 2 separate servers, so there wouldn't have been much we could have done. But yeah, for those of you who are interested, I do on occasion when I get on to FF14, I try new things, and I try to enjoy. Let's see, I need ginseng, which I know I have here. Vicious secretions. And what's the other one I need? Potions. Still water to cool it. Oh, yeah, mistletoe. Okay, so this is where my buddy here comes in handy. Dark matter cluster. Regular mistletoe. Black scorpions. And the wing. Okay, I'll come back to doing another complicated one later. But I'm trying to attain a reputation as a good chemist, so, or a good alchemist, depending on how you look at it. But while I'm talking about builds on here, I'm gonna do an entire time next time I'm online on how to build something that you think is probably useful, but it turns out it's probably a bad idea. Back when I was in college, I was involved in a dispute in D&D with a friend, not really somebody that I talk a whole hell of a lot on. Oh, really? You want 6 of those now? Let's see. How many? So you want 6 potions and 6 items. Okay. Alright, I can do that. I'm gonna give him the top quality stuff. You notice how hard it is getting, like, top-notch stuff? It is because now you see I can do top quality material for him. And if you can see that my leveling goes up every time I do a high quality product. So the higher quality you give something is the more points you get towards your leveling. So yeah, I may keep giving him all those different things. It'll raise my reputation up a bit, but I delivered my groceries for that day. Now I can go back to Uda, and I can see. I can give, let's see what else I can do. Oh. Golly, it gets warm in my room. If anyone asks, my gaming console is in my room, and at this point of time, oh, shoot. I forgot to do something. Oh well. I'll go back to that in a minute. I've got to see in... Okay. Arc skin. Oh, that's okay, but. Hello. Okay, sweet. Thank you. Alright, thank you. Red turn, okay. This guy is usually really easy, so... was fun. So, anyway, there is another way I can raise my reputation as a chemist. And it's called levies. Yes, you can do levies in tradecraft. Looks like I've done them all. Holy cow. So anyway, I'm gonna close out. I'm gonna see you guys later. Bye. No, that's not what I want, you stupid.